Hey y'all, welcome to Camira's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to cook a full shrimp meal from start to finish. We're making Cajun butter, shrimp and corn, boiled eggs, some twice baked potatoes, a simple veg, and some garlic cheddar biscuits. If you cook like this, folks ain't never going to leave your house, so don't make this recipe for anyone that you don't like, okay? Now go ahead and smash that like button and tell everybody that you know that there is a Southern sister out here teaching you all how to cook. We're making those simple recipes that are easy and delicious, and they're going to send your whole family running to the table. Direct them to Camira's Kitchen. Now I have already cleaned my potatoes and I'm going to put a little bit of avocado oil on them and bake them at 425 degrees until they are soft. That's going to be about 35 minutes. Now you guys are going to see me handling these hot potatoes in order to get out the sort of flesh that's inside of them. Look, I got them calluses on my hands. I've been doing this for a minute, okay? So I don't feel the heat the same way, you know, the ones who got baby fingers gonna feel the heat, okay? So if you got the baby fingers, let these potatoes cool down before you go and get out the inside. I left sort of a rim in my potatoes because I'm using the thin-skinned red potatoes and they're not gonna hold up well if I take out too much. And I'm just going to salt them to put some flavor on the potato that is left. And then I'm going to start mixing up my inside, the inside that goes back in them. So I have my taters, and to them I'm putting 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt and butter, as well as some dry ranch seasoning, pepper and garlic powder, and 2 slices of bacon that I have crumbled up. I'm going to put in some chopped green onions as well as some cheese, and I'm going to begin to mix this. Now, of course, use salt to your own taste. The texture that we're looking for here is a mashed and creamy texture, but nowhere near as creamy as mashed potatoes. Just a little bit of heavy cream will allow you to mix it enough to get out the lumps that are in there. At the end, you should have something that is thick because you don't want it to be super loose. Something kind of like this, right? Then we're going to start filling up our potatoes again, our potato skins. Just mound them up in there as much as you can. And as you can see, one of my potatoes got a little broken in the back, but you know what? We still gonna stuff him and we still gonna eat him because my family ain't gonna say no. All right, and then we're gonna put these back in the oven at 425 degrees and allow them to bake for about 10 more minutes until the cheese is melted and they're nice and golden. Let's start working on the corn and the eggs. So I'm boiling some water and I'm going to put in my eggs and my corn, which has been defrosted. I don't really play with the fresh corn during the winter, so we're just going to use that, and we're going to allow this to cook for about 8 minutes. I'm not adding any additional seasonings to the water because I'll flavor the corn later. Y'all know I ain't got no problems pulling out a Jiffy box, okay? So I'm going to use this buttermilk biscuit mix to start making these really, really good cheddar garlic biscuits. Now, if you don't get any recipe from this video, you best take this one, okay? Into this, the dry mix, I'm putting garlic powder, onion powder, Old Bay, a little bit of pepper, and a pinch of salt. Work in some green onions, and then I'm going to go in with about 4 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of butter and half of a cup of buttermilk. You want to gently work this, okay? Gently work it. This ain't the time to flex, you know, your arm strength that you've been doing bicep curls in the gym. Don't do that to the biscuit dough, okay? Work it gently, okay? Work it easy. Then we're going to go in with 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, and we're going to gently mix that in. These biscuits will generally hold their shape, so I'm going to go and sort of shape them into a biscuit shape. They will puff up and rise, but still keep a rounded looking shape on them. Then I'm going to put them in the oven at 450 degrees for about 10 to 13 minutes. Mine cooked in exactly 10 minutes, so please make sure you check them. Next up, I am making some garlic butter Cajun shrimp. You guys will love this shrimp, and I know you have not tried a recipe like this before. Let me tell you, I am putting in 4 tablespoons of butter with about 1/4 of a medium onion, and I'm going to just saute that with some garlic for about 1 minute until the onions are soft and the garlic has a nice smell to it. Then I'm going to season this up, okay? 1 tablespoon of honey with about 1 tablespoon of this Old Bay hot sauce. It's not going to make it spicy. It's just going to give it good flavor. 2 teaspoons of my salt-free Cajun seasoning. This already has like garlic powder, smoked paprika, pepper, all that sort of stuff. About 1 teaspoon of Old Bay. Y'all know seafood and Old Bay, okay, go together, as well as about 1/2 teaspoon of Sazon Tropical and 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1/2 teaspoon of accent, aka MSG. Don't come for me if you don't like it, but I do. All right, mix that with some parsley and just simmer that for about 30 seconds. I have 1 pound of jumbo shrimp, and I'm going to begin to cook this in my mixture for about 5 minutes because these are so big, about 4 to 5 minutes. Of course, you do not want to overcook your shrimp, so stand by your shrimp, okay, while they are cooking. I know you see a lot of excess butter and things in the pan. We are going to use that, all right, because once my shrimp finishes cooking, we're going to toss the corn in that mixture. To finish up the shrimp, I just squeezed on the juice of 1/2 of a lemon, and then I'm going to take them off and set them to the side. Now I am putting in my corn. This is going to give them a really good flavor. I also went in with some additional salt just to make sure they were seasoned properly. And you can even unpeel your boiled eggs and toss them in as well just to give them a light coating of the seasoning. I just tossed that for about 1 minute until they're warm and coated. These cheddar biscuits are out the oven and they smell amazing. I just have about a tablespoon of butter that I've melted with 1/2 teaspoon of garlic and a little bit of parsley. And I'm brushing my biscuits just to give them that beautiful golden color. Last up is our veg. I keep my veg so simple. I buy the frozen veggies because they didn't clean them and cut them for me. I stick them in my air fryer at 350 degrees for about 6 minutes, and that's all I do. I don't add anything extra because everything else is super seasoned, so I kind of like mine just simple steamed veggies. This meal right here is so good, okay? Lord knows you should make this, and when you do, please let me know how you enjoy it in the comments. This meal can come together in 45 minutes if you have everything cooking at the same time. I want you guys to know that I love you and Jesus loves you. And you know what? I'll see you next time in Camira's Kitchen. I hope you have a blessed day and goodbye.